Well, folks, welcome back to Lucore Automotive. It is early November and a beautiful day outside, but we are exactly 1 month away from the 2024 PRI show, the Performance Racing Industry Show, which is a staple of this channel if you've been paying any attention for any length of time. I make sure that I am at this show every single year because it brings together all the movers and shakers, all the vendors, all the manufacturers. Anybody who's anybody in the performance racing industry shows up for PRI, which is why I need to be there, because I do a pretty good job covering it. It seems to be one of the most popular videos that are out there. But this year I wanted to do something a little bit different. This year I wanted to talk about not necessarily what I'm looking forward to, but I want to see what you guys are looking forward to. I want to know what you guys want me to cover and what you guys want me to focus on for this year. So I've got about a month to figure this out. Everybody will be there. It's not just necessarily drag racing, it's circle track, it's dirt track, it's you name it, every kind of racing is there. All of the manufacturers you could possibly imagine, if they play in this performance and racing game, will be there. And I want to kind of tailor what I cover this year to cover what you're asking for, what you want to see, what products that are new and exciting that you've seen from manufacturers that you buy from, or maybe that you're considering buying from. Anything that's out there that you have an interest in and you want to know more about, and you may or may not be able to make it to PRI yourself, allow me to be your eyes and ears. Allow me to be the interviewer, and I will do what I possibly can to be able to get those folks. Now, I have a couple of companies already in mind that we've done work with in the past, or that we're currently doing work with, that I want to highlight some of their products and have some conversations with those guys online. But I'm sure there's things that I don't cover and booths that I walk past that I just haven't had a chance to talk to that maybe you guys are really interested in. Or if you happen to be one of those vendors, if you happen to be one of those companies that subscribe to our channel, if you do, thank you very much, it's great to have you here, and you would like something of yours to be showcased on the Lucore channel, on our PRI coverage, speak up. Forever hold your peace. Let me know what you want. I am open to all things. Now, I don't want to make this kind of a marketing pitch. I do want to use this as a continued effort to really kind of give an experience and the reality of what the event is really like for people. But I also want to make this kind of more tailored towards what our audience actually wants to see, not necessarily what Austin finds interesting. Because let's be honest, there are a lot of different interests that I'm not really all that familiar with. I'm learning about a couple of other automotive industries as far as like on the racing side of things that I've never really personally had experience with. Now I do plan on doing a lot more racing over the next coming months and years, especially with the new race car that I did pick up. Obviously the drag racing stuff with Bob McVeigh is becoming more of a thing. I plan on going out there and doing some drag racing as well now, as we work on some of my own projects. But there's only so much time for me to be able to be involved in stuff, and there's only so many races and events that I can get to. So that's what I want to do with this video. I want to show a recap of last year's video. If you've already watched it, feel free to watch it again. If you haven't watched it, this is probably, humble bragging here a little bit, but probably the best viewed, most watched PRI coverage from everybody that produces stuff. I've been doing this for a number of years now, pretty much since I started going to PRI, and it seems like it's become kind of the main event as far as the video coverage goes. And I'm very proud of that. I thank you guys who have helped us to get there and who have supported us through all of that. So that's really what this is all about. It's going to be a recap of what I did on 2023, and it's going to be a conversational bit for you guys to let me know what companies do you want me to talk to, what products do you want me to look for. If there are celebrities that you want me to go talk to, I'll do my best to go talk to those guys. That can be a little bit of a tricky subject, but I'll do my best to be able to make that happen. If there's any questions or anything that you have about the PRI show, about going to it, what you should see, where you should go, all that kind of stuff, let me know. I'm thoroughly interested in seeing what you guys are interested in this. So, without further ado, thank you very much for being here. I truly do appreciate it. If you make it through this entire video, I'll see you on the flip side. This is the recap of my 2023 PRI, the Performance Racing Industry Show in Indianapolis, Indiana last year, as I gear up to go this year, which reminds me I need to go get my credentials done quickly. All right, enjoy the rest of the show. I'll see you on the end. Well, good morning, folks. Welcome to PRI 2023 in beautiful downtown Indianapolis, Indiana. It is a lovely morning. I am in a t-shirt. Normally here in Indiana it's like 5 degrees and blowing snow, so I'll take this any day of the week. We are all in town, everybody who's involved in the performance racing industry. Yeah, PRI. Anybody will be in town for this. So all of the vendors, racing teams, personalities, influencers, mini-fluencers, which I would consider us. Everybody who will be here. And it's a fantastic time to network. It's a fantastic time to check in with your vendors. Fantastic time to see new products. And as well, which I am largely here for, it's a fantastic time to get education on the state of the racing and automotive industry. One of the nice things with these guys is they do classes all the time, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And you can sit in on these classes for free. It's just part of the membership thing of being with PRI. And they will have presenters that will teach you all kinds of things. So I'm going to be getting myself in and out of classes today, as well as walking the trade show floor. If you guys are interested in coming along with me, I do these every year. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy it again this year. It's great to have you here. Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it. Now, as many of you have probably never been here, this is the Indiana Convention Center. It is in downtown Indianapolis, and we take the whole thing. All of the exhibition space, the hallways, the education spaces upstairs, we take it all, because we're race car folks. The cool thing with this is it's really everything you can imagine. It's like lights, it's motorbikes, ATVs, it's boats, you name it, it's here. It's EVs. This show really has expanded to the point where it's covering just about everything. If you're an engine builder, if you're a race team, if you are a YouTuber, if you're an automotive shop, if you're a lawn mowing company, anybody is welcome. You just have to be a member to be able to get in here. I need to walk about a quarter of a mile through this building to pick up my registration information, because I did not register until dang near the last minute, because I'll be honest, you never know whether or not you're going to be able to make this kind of thing. So I was fortunate enough to be able to make it. So let's get over to registration. Here's the NHRA stage. Alex Taylor is going to be up on here in a little bit.
Conversation about a top fuel dragster. We know you don't race a top fuel dragster. You guys have run a nitro funny car for arguably the last 40 years. So, buddy, let's hear what the announcement's going to be. What are your plans for 2024?
Wait, we're not doing top fuel this year? I guess not. John, what are we doing?
All right, folks, I'll be back with you in a minute. Well, first challenge of the day, rapidly followed by the second challenge of the day. Longest line I've ever seen at PRI. We're not even in the room where they do the registration, and there's a lot of us waiting in line. Secondly, apparently, I don't know how to drink coffee, and I poured it down the front of myself. So that's how my day's starting. And I've got 15 minutes before my first class starts. We'll see. All right, made it through the line of doom. Officially have my registration card. I've got a whopping 4 minutes to get across the building again to get to my first class of the morning. There's a lot of folks that this is a pre-registration line, by the way. So if you've pre-registered, this is your line. If you didn't pre-register, you have another line that you have to go through to renew your membership or to become a new member, which is on the other side of the building. So I don't know who was smarter, but whatever. It is what it is. I'm glad to see this many people that are interested in the performance racing industry show. This is a really great trade show. It's a wonderful way to spend a weekend for products, for networking, for education. It's a great way to spend a weekend. All right, I got to get running. That guy's got to run. Well, I made it just in time. This is a digital marketing class, which is all about helping you understand how to use the tools of the internet to grow and spread your business and your footprint. Wait a minute, that's what I do. Yeah, I know, right? So there's going to be a class. It's all going to be all about the nerdy, geeky stuff that I want to learn to improve what I do here on the internet and to improve the reach of our shop. That's what this whole thing is all about. A lot of people don't take advantage of the classes that they have at PRI. The ability to learn first person from people who truly know what they're talking about, ask questions, go through this kind of thing, is really honestly probably the most important thing for me coming to these shows, is the ability to go through this stuff and learn from other people that are in the industry or learn from other people who are going through the same thing. Because not necessarily, it's not just the person providing the education, it's the other people in the room that'll ask questions that you may not think to ask, that you are also having problems with. And networking, because again, everybody that's going to be in that room is in the same ball game that I'm in. They're playing the same rules, the same games, having the same struggles that I am. So who better to network with than, you know what I mean? Anyway, time to do some learning. See you guys in a little bit. Well, I'm smarter already. I love these little educational pieces. It's one of the best parts of the PRI experience, at least for me personally. My white balance is terrible when I look that direction. Ah, I'm blue. Anyway, you get the idea. They do these things all day long, every day, throughout the day, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and it is a fantastic way to spend an hour or two. Also, a good way to get off your feet. Now, let's get to the actual show, which is down there, and see who we can see and see what we can see, shall we? By the way, thanks for being here, and hope you're enjoying my PRI experience. Let's start at the beginning. Jesus. Noonan billet block. Woo. For those of you who are coming out of this show, just a heads up, you cannot do this entire show in one day. It's not possible. All right, let's walk. Ooh, camera envy. This is the Grid Life booth. For those of you who are not familiar with Grid Life, think of like old school Trans Am racing. The neat thing with Grid Life is they have a time attack setup. They also have just open wheel stuff. So you can run just lap time racing with these guys, or you can run actual door-to-door competitive racing. There are a number of people that are in the Grid Life series that are connected to us, that we've done work with or that we connected with, and it's a fantastic way to get into stuff. This is probably your best way to get into interesting competitive motorsport now, and they have what's colloquially called a traveling circus. They pick up the show and they go to different tracks constantly throughout the entire year. And it's a fantastic experience. As you can see, it's also quite the party. It's not just racing. It's not just the on-track stuff. There's a lot of things that go around the whole Grid Life experience. If you've never been to a Grid Life event, I definitely recommend putting it on your calendar. This is probably your best bet for the future of what automotive motorsports means on track. Grid Life. QTP. Some of you guys are going to be familiar with their products. Those of us who like to be loud when we want to be, but don't have to be loud all the time.
Absolutely.
What's new in the world of QTP stuff?
Well, always trying to do things, change things up a little bit. We got our wireless remotes, the red ones, one push, and we have our nice little sun visor clips. So it can go on.
Oh, nice.
You know, we have red and black. And then over here we have our all-in-one, our screamer muffler. So when the valve is open, you've got the straight loud side. When it's closed, it's going through louvers, a classic turbo muffler sound. Nice, deep, and throaty sound.
Nice. So this is just a straight pass-through.
Straight through.
You can see there. Or if you want to be not obnoxious, you go through that way. So it's still got a good like muscle car rumble to it.
It's a classic muscle car sound.
Right.
No drone.
What sizes do you make this in?
2.5 and 3 inch. We have
2.5 inch.
a standard case and a shoulder case.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. Awesome. So, as a muscle car guy, I like getting loud. But when you're coming home at 1 o'clock in the morning from an event, or you're driving through it, happen to be in a neighborhood that's really nice, and you don't want to be completely loud and obnoxious, this is an excellent way to do it. And you can tuck these things up underneath the car. For the most part, you really can't even see them. This is an excellent option because it's just a muffler mounted. And then you've got, if you've got twin setups, do you have ones that are paired together?
So the mufflers, we sell it with a dual switch.
Okay.
So it can operate 2 mufflers.
Gotcha.
So, but what the valves, we have a single kit, meaning a single switch.
Okay.
And then a dual kit just comes with 2 units and 1 toggle switch that operates both. And the wireless can operate a single or a dual.
Or dual. Perfect. Wonderful. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Very cool product. For those of us who like being loud and obnoxious, big fan. Well, I can't afford one of those, and I don't even want to know what one of those would really cost. People who drift Ferraris are crazy. That's another level of nuts. But we're in the DEI booth. Those of you who have spent any time on this channel know we're big fans of DEI. You guys are wonderful to us. You've done a lot of great things for us. But you do have a new product that even I've never seen.
We do, a couple.
Okay, show me what you got.
Okay, so these are going to be all 5 of our new products for this year. We'll start out on the left here. So this is our ATEC coating. So ATEC stands for Advanced Thermal Acoustic Coating. Essentially what it's for is interior side. You're going to paint your whole floor pan with this, and it'll help reduce all the heat that's coming up through the floor pan, and it'll help also reduce any of the vibration that's kind of going throughout the floor pan, throughout the inner of the car, the interior. So it's got a lot of technology into it. It's got a microsphere technology, which helps a lot with the heat, and it's a great success. So we're looking forward to hitting the market, really laying it to the test, seeing the builders put it to work, and we're excited.
Is this available for me to purchase right now?
So it should be available first quarter of next year.
Okay.
We're just finalizing some small packaging details, stuff like that right now.
Okay.
So we'll have it, you can either brush it on, so it'll come in a bucket, so you can either brush it on, or we're also going to sell it with a spray gun, so you can spray it on as well. So both options there. So that's...
Now, will this will spray like a rhino lining kind of thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Just hook it up to an air pressure gun.
And this is designed to be inside the car?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it wouldn't hold up too well if you tried it on the outside. It's just not designed for that. It's just designed, put it down, put your carpet over it, good to go.
So instead of having to like put lots and lots of the like thermal matting type stuff down and all that other stuff and cut the pieces and all that.
You still can. This is more so just an added layer of help and protection to help with the heat reduction and the sound.
Okay.
It's not like you're going to get the same results out of this you will the boom mat, just being a thicker, dedicated for sound vibration material. But it's going to make a difference. It's an added effect to it. So that's why we like to push everything as...
so maybe a stages thing.
Exactly. So we recommend that, the boom mat, the undercarpet light, is a complete process. And that's really your full answer to getting an in-car feeling like a Mercedes. You close the door on a Mercedes, you get the good thud. It's like you really bring up that interior quality.
Gotcha. All right. What else you got?
So the next big one we're real excited about is our RFI shielding. So we have it in both split line form and both a tape form. So this is going to help a lot with the guys that are running into EFI and radio frequency issues. A lot of the guys are seeing that are doing the Holly Terminator setups.
Okay.
And just really a lot of the race cars, they run into these issues with RFIs. So we came out with this, real straightforward. You just either go with the sleeve option, the tape option. It's got the ground wire, and good to go. It'll stop the frequency from creating any issue.
So it's kind of combining the whole idea of like a wire care wrap to keep your wires together, but also built-in shielding.
Yeah, so like similar to our loom, like our loom material, so it helps, gives it that clean finished look.
Yeah.
While you're also getting the benefit of eliminating any chance of frequency interference.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
So that one we're real excited for, just with how popular a lot of those EFI swaps are nowadays. It's just a big issue, so that'll be a big one for us.
Okay.
And then we have our EV fire blanket. So this material is really focused towards the EV market, because if you've ever seen videos of those EV fires, they're a bit intense. They look like flamethrowers, giant flamethrowers. So
and they don't really care if you're throwing water at them?
Nope, they don't care at all. They almost like it.
Yeah.
So if you use this material, this has basically it has a no burn through for 30 minutes, so it'll withstand a full-on EV fire for up to 30 minutes. So we're really pushing this to the EV guys if you're building a battery box to line it with that. But one other really neat application is we're pushing to a lot of the emergency services. So like local fire departments, if they're running into issues with EV fire, if the fireman needs to get in there to save a passenger or something, they can throw, because we have this in a large sheet size, they can throw that down, block the fire, get the person out, take care of what they need to, and be fine.
That makes sense.
It could be said with the racetracks, with more and more EV stuff getting into the racing. So yeah, that's really the main point of that. It's a main safety product. And we're really excited to kind of see that grow with the growth of the EV market.
Sure. Yeah, that market is definitely growing.
Yeah, faster than a lot of people are thinking. So we're excited. And our other two products are a bit more kind of retail focused. So this is our EV charge cord protector. So that's if you're running a charger at your home and you just want something to help protect the charge cord and also make it a little more visible, so it's not as much of a trip hazard. And it's just
I don't hit it with a lawnmower.
Yeah, just simple stuff, just a protective. So that's really the main point of that. Just more and more people setting the at-home charger setups. So there's that, and then our last is going to be our license plate pad. So it's real simple, just a foam pad that'll go right behind your license plate between the actual body and the plate. And real straightforward product, just a piece of foam. And if you're running a crazy set of subwoofers.
Right, when I'm bumping my 12s in my trunk.
Exactly. It'll help prevent any of that rattle. Also, if you're just a freak about your paint, you don't want any metal touching your paint. Let's create a barrier there. So
cool.
Real straightforward product. So
awesome.
Those are our 5 new products for going into 2024.
Well, there you go, folks. That's DEI. Everything you've seen from us has DEI product on it. Whether it's the turbo blankets we put on stuff, whether it's the header wrap, whether it's the floor coating stuff, the
floor and tunnel.
Yeah, the stuff that saved my life in Power Tour.
And that brutal Power Tour.
Yeah, on the Face of the Sun Power Tour, saved my life. Huge fan of these guys. They are Ohio folks. They are produce it in Ohio, sell it from Ohio kind of people.
Yeah.
So if you're looking to support an American business, especially an Ohio American business, check out DEI. Got all kinds of cool stuff. Let's keep walking. I want to try one of those so bad. So bad. That's a level of racing that I've never been involved in. I'm jealous of those who have had experience for this. Maybe in 2024 I need to make sure that I spend a little bit of time maybe doing some racing school stuff and get to pilot around something like that. So cool. CJ. How you doing, buddy?
Still kicking. How about you?
Still in one piece.
Make sure I'm to be all right. Trying to learn about the rap. Just trying to learn about this. Glowing the dark cup coming out. So you can see it.
What?
Instead of just being in the puddle.
All right, give me the spiel. You're on camera.
All right, so we're launching a new product here real soon. It's our Glow Edition. What? So no need to finding your groove. You'll be able to see it right away.
It's gonna light your groove up, back right up.
Light it right up with some.
Drive down the lights.
Yep.
That's now. Is this a standalone product or is this an additive?
So this is a standalone product.
Okay.
Basically. Yep. So you can. It'll be the same formula as these dyed products here. It's just going to be clear so you can see the glow. It'll be blue and red. The beauty of it is you can still intermix them together. We won't be able to use black just because black with the encapsulated resin, it's gonna eat it all up. You won't be able to see the glowiness. But with blue and red, you'll be able to use them no problem. So the blurple that I've told you to make, you'll make a clear blurple with glow. You'll be able to use it. In the middle of the night, you can't see nothing. You can see it all. So,
for those of you who do nighttime racing. Yeah.
The legal kind. Nothing illegal going on.
Some of us live in really hot areas where we need to race at night.
Yeah, exactly.
So it makes sense.
And then when the cops come, you can run and they can follow the track.
Where did he go? Well,
They'll follow the tracks right to your trailer.
I mean, it might make things a little easier.
Wouldn't me.
Rocket Track Glue, and that's Mr. CJ Buckner that was standing there with me. If you don't know him, you should. Mr. CJ is a little bit of a Mustang guy, and we did suspension setup for him a couple months ago. He made some adjustments to his suspension and added an extra 1.5 inches of up travel, and we were just having a little off-camera conversation about the bump steer setup and whether or not we need to make some adjustments just so he's ready to go for next year. Good news is he ran all year long. He's still in the game, so glad to see you again, CJ. This place is really busy for a Thursday. It's not normally this crazy. Let's keep on walking. As you can see, the Holly folks are quite busy. They got their fingers in just about everything these days. I will find a time when I can swing back over here and we can talk to Holly about some of their new cool stuff that's going on. Anything and everything you could possibly imagine, it's all here.
The biggest thing people don't realize.
Like a glove. Gotta try the race car on before you buy it. I like that. Well, welcome to QA1. Anybody who knows us knows we do a lot of suspension stuff. We do a lot of stuff with QA1. We've used many of their bump steer kits. We've used their K-members. And as I'm wandering around here, I did notice two things. One, there's a Coyote Fox body swap that's up front that's super useful for all of you folks that are Coyote swapping instead of LS swapping your Mustangs. And two, it's a Mopar coilover system. Look at that. Now, unfortunately, the Mopar I have is 1 year outside of what they support. They stop at 72 and we have a 73 Dodge Charger. or by we I mean Katrina. So doesn't technically fit, but we're gonna have a conversation anyway and see if we can finagle something, because it would be really nice to put some modern suspension underneath this thing before we put a much nastier motor in it. You know, upgrade the turning and stopping before you put a whole bunch of motor is probably the smart way to do it. We'll see. QA1, always a great idea. Dang it. So close. You're fine. What's going on? It's Frankie from Power Nation. It's funny, you just kind of casually run into so many different people here that are also here either as exhibitors or here as talk or here as whatever. They're just wandering around checking out new stuff. You never know who you're going to run into. Just casually pass by, say hi. Sir, can I have your autograph?
Absolutely. I get it.
You make it out to Love Austin.
LUVAUSTIN.
There you go.
And that really is your name, too.
Austin, yes, absolutely.
There you go, buddy.
Sure.
Let's get it. Besides your good side.
Every side's my good side.
Love it.
Thank you, Disco Dean. Appreciate that, sir. Wild. For those of you who don't know and haven't seen that, that's Noonan. They do billet aluminum blocks and all sorts of things. And yes, that was a Lamborghini V10 billet aluminum block that they had there. Holy cow. That's a different level of spend and a different level of motorsport than I'm comfortable with, but man, do they make some cool stuff that I would love to be able to afford at some point in time in my life. That man right there, that's Doc from Street Outlaws. That's what I wanted. In the HPL shirt. He's just walking around. He's just a normal person. And realistically speaking, most of these guys really are. Think about it. A lot of these guys that got famous on TV shows or on YouTube channels or whatever, we're just normal folks. We just do the same things you guys do. We just happen to do it on camera more often than not. Same. For those of you who are not familiar with World Products, these guys here also do earths and cams, which is actually the camshaft that is in my 304 AMC. They do have a brand new product coming out that is an improvement of a current product they have. This is their new Motown 3 small block Chevy block. But I'm going to get one of these guys to talk to me for just a real quick second. Talk to me about this Motown series of things. This is a Motown 2?
Motown 2 block.
What's significant about this?
Well, everything. We did improve on it with a new version, but it's really hard to improve on something that's already good.
Okay, fair.
So there's only so many things that we really needed to do. The main thing that I worked on was thickening up the decks.
Okay.
With all the boosted applications, the turbos, blowers. We needed to get a thicker deck in there for those guys.
Okay.
Also, what it enables you to do is cut this deck down to
Sure.
8,900, 8,800, probably go down to 8,700.
Sure.
A lot of your NA guys and circle track guys
Want to push a lot of compression?
want to push a lot of compression. You know, get the push rod shorter, make a
Yep.
better intake track.
Sure.
So some other improvements were done down in the bottom of the cylinders where we're casting in reliefs for the honing.
Okay.
To where the machine shop, you know, he can get paid quicker.
Sure.
If he don't have to come in here and clearance this.
Sure.
One other area that we did that you really can't see the way we got it mounted up is the block will now take provisions for a step nose late model cam.
Okay.
So a lot of your circle track builders were wanting to use those with a cam retaining plate. Keeps the cam walk down and it works really good on that.
Okay. So for those who don't know the significance of this setup, is it's old school Chevy stuff.
This is based off of old school Chevy with all the modern designs. You know, the priority main oiling. You know, our oil restrictors are actually accessible from the valley rather than have to pull the flywheel off or anything to get to them or the front. So we've tried to make it user friendly. Strength is always, you know, what you got to have. Our blocks are generously clearanced. You can get a 3875 stroke in this with a steel rod and never touch it.
And it comes out of the box.
Comes out of the box like that.
So the machine shop guy will love you.
Loves that part. It gets him paid quicker.
Now what do you bolt on to the top of this?
Oh boy, that's strictly up to your budget.
Okay, fair.
Whether it's just a 23 degree deal or a 13 degree, it's really just could be whatever you can dream up.
Okay.
To go on here that works for your application.
Wonderful.
But boosted, NA, this is your guy.
What's the new generation? Are you going to continue selling the Motown 2? Or is it going to go away?
It's going to be the Motown 3 going.
Okay. What kind of retail price are we talking on a Motown 3? Or is that still top secret?
That's still, well, honestly, I just can't answer that honestly. There's been a few changes here in the last couple of weeks. So without being a little more prepared on that, I'd rather not say it.
Sure. So, I understand.
But I did do a cost comparison on taking an OEM block compared to an aftermarket block.
Sure.
And in my own shop, you know, there's $1,250 worth of machine work.
Yep.
Right off the bat, if everything's good, to get a block up to a good standard to kind of use.
Sure.
And you still don't have as good a block as what you do here.
Right.
So at some point, the customer and the machine shop, you know, need to make sure they got.
Well, and especially as in my world, where I'm taking a block to a machine shop to get it worked on.
Yes.
You're 6 months out, 4 months out, 8 months out.
Goodness. Last couple years, been a couple years out.
Right.
But we are starting to get caught up. But to bring a block in and to do that much to it, is a lot more work than a new block.
And again, even with all the work done, you're still dealing with an old season block.
Still dealing with an old block that does not have this kind of bottom end built in.
Right.
No priority mains. This is just the way to go, man.
Yeah.
You know, spend a little money and have fun doing what we want to do.
And not worry about blowing it up every single time you get on it.
Buy good parts.
I understand. Thanks for your time, sir.
Anytime. Thank you.
There you go, guys. For those of you who are small block Chevy guys and you have not ever looked into the Motown series of stuff, you're missing out. That's some good product right there. Especially if you're planning on making a lot of power. Just keep walking. Are you having fun yet? I hope you're having fun. By the way, we are a small town shop in central Ohio, just outside of Columbus. We do a lot of hot rods, classic cars, street cars, race cars, you name it. We are a general repair facility, meaning generally we work on everything. Folks typically tend to know us more for the flashy stuff, the fast stuff, but we do your normal stuff too. This is just a little aside that I do like to do every single year, where I come out and I do the PRI show thing. So for those of you who are interested, if you are interested in supporting a small business and interested in supporting a small channel, click on that subscribe button. We'd be glad to have you here. Check out some of our other stuff. What's up, man? What you doing, brother?
How you doing?
Doing well.
Good to see you, man.
What you up to?
Oh, man, we kicking it out here. It's your boy Big D, Empire Attack. You already know, man. This homie took care of us lining up on Chad Rock. That car did really well.
Good.
Z-Rock. These are our homies right here, man. Austin Hill.
Representing Southern Ohio?
Oh, man. Yeah. Southern. I'm looking real Southern, baby.
South.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did you find anything you need to buy?
Yeah, man. We're over at Miller Brothers. We sealed the deal, I think, on a nice box pan brake. Old timer, he just was so smooth talking
about
Bill, his name was Bill.
building dirt track chassis. Like you gotta have this
He
to
was
build
so
the inside
smooth.
bends on the sheet.
I was like right up the invoice. Let's go.
Well, the good news is you can't spend money here.
Yeah. Well, I was like, man, dude, I got to buy it right now. It's a show special. He's like, I wouldn't expect you to haul it out of here. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah. Can we talk on Monday?
Yeah. Now, so we're going to do some stuff later. We're up here doing a lot with Summit Racing. So
good.
Yeah, we do a lot with them, and hopefully this year doing a lot more. We're going to check out the new Fuel Tech, because we're a dealer for Fuel Tech.
Good.
So we're going to check out the new FT 700 Plus, get it set up for our new drag car. And
business good?
It's good, man.
Good.
Hustling.
Good.
He's hunting. This dude is a beast welder. They're both nasty welders, so they help us out. It's homie Austin Hill. They own Austin Innovations.
Good name. I like that.
Yeah, they're smart. John then works at B Road Built up in Illinois, so they build Huracan Audi R8 with turbo kits. So hella fabricators, man. They help us out a lot with our stuff. I cannot weld there.
Trips down to Ohio.
Yep. Do it all there in Pennsylvania. So
okay.
I've been watching your stuff, man. I'm real excited to see what you're doing for the community and everything.
We'll see.
Yeah.
It's a whole new thing.
Yeah, we're trying to. We're doing it ourselves.
We'll see. It's a slow building fire. We'll see.
Yes, sir.
It is. But it'll work out.
Yes. It'll get there.
All right, my brother. We'll hopefully see you later on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, old Eric's up here with us. Nice meeting you.
Is he around here somewhere?
He's in the classes. He's been real scientific.
I took classes this morning. This is the one thing everybody always skips in this thing.
I know.
It's free education.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily the people that you're talking to that are given the thing. It's the other people that are in the class that you can network with.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Like,
Why would you skip
Oh,
classes tomorrow?
really good.
All right,
Free
well, the nice thing
education.
is they're not at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there was only a few that were worth it today, but the rest good ones are tomorrow. So.
Women in motorsports for me.
Yeah.
We were joking. All the bubs are gonna go there. Find them.
You will literally not have a seat in that room 20 minutes from
Of course.
It's crazy. I love it. I love it. All right, guys.
All right, brother. Take care.
I will link back to a video that we did with those guys a little bit ago, a couple of months ago at this point in time. Great group of dudes. Very cool guy from Southern Ohio. Got to represent our Ohio folks here. Let's talk to some of these driven guys. I noticed they're in town, and we've had some issues with some cam break-ins recently by using other people's oils, and a lot of people have said, don't bother with anybody else's oils, just run driven stuff. And we've run driven stuff before, and we've cheated on them a little bit, I'll be honest. We used some other people's oils on some break-ins, and maybe one of them just recently went terrible on it. Now, we're not saying it was the oil's fault, but let's check into some oils. All right, so this is Tammy of Driven. You may remember her from Power Tour, whenever that was, this year, in the summer. As I alluded to just shortly ago, we did have an issue with a flat tappet camshaft that flattened itself, and that's partially probably due to the oils, partially due to who knows what, but Driven makes the best products around. We cheated on you, and I apologize.
apologize. You're going to have to just make it up to me. That's all I'm going to say.
So talk to me about the Driven brand and the Driven break-in oils and why you guys are better than everybody.
Okay, so first off, Driven has actually been around for about 20 plus years. And what happened is that we were originally developed from Joe Gibbs Racing. And I know a lot of y'all recognize that name. And he actually developed it from NASCAR. So that's the great thing that makes Driven so unique, is that we were born in the automotive aftermarket. We are born from racing, and that's where it came from. We're not like kind of the other big guys where they are API oils, your daily drivers, and came into racing. No, we've always been into racing. And as a matter of fact, you know, the flat tappet camshafts, it was many years ago that the EPA, they said they took out the zinc and didn't tell anybody.
Right, yeah, like 95, 96?
Yeah, it was around that time, and a previous company that I worked for, we were getting all these phone calls about, hey, flat tappet cam failure, and we were going nuts trying to figure out what it was.
Yep.
Pulling back on R&D, pulling the camshafts, everything else, and it took a little while, and we figured out that that's what it was. So we're going to push a little bit forward about that time frame, and Joe Gibbs came out with it because he decided that it was at the exact same time and developed the break-in oil. Now, what makes our break-in oil so unique is that you do not need any additional additives. You do not need to add anything to it. It actually comes with everything you need. Our break-ins are really high in zinc for that reason, especially for the flat tappet camshafts as well. That high zinc and the detergent in there. And when we do this, for your engine break-in, this is the thing that we have. We have your break-in oil, we have your assembly gels, and we have the HVL. We have everything that you're going to need, and some grease right over here as well. We have everything that you're going to need to put an engine together. For our break-ins, of course, we have our different viscosities right here. We have our 50, our 20, and our 30, and we also have a 40. We also offer a break-in in our GP1 line. What makes our GP1 so special, unique, and different is that we are the only aftermarket oil company around that can say we have a product line that is 100% made in the USA, and that is our GP1. The also great thing about the Driven line is that all of our salesmen that you will talk to if you call us at 866-611-1820, they are not only engine builders, racers, but they've also worked within the automotive aftermarket for over 20 years. So anything about your oil and lubrication needs, we've either experienced it or we know someone that has and can help take care of you. The other great thing that's so special about Driven is that we have a tribologist. And a tribologist is like this really fancy word for an oil nerd. And what makes that so special is there are only a handful of certified tribologists within the United States. And we are the only aftermarket oil company that has the pleasure of having one on staff. So he has been in big oil for over 30 plus years and knows what is good and what isn't. He has looked over our formulas and has literally said, hands down, he goes, you really do have the best oil. And when he came out with the GP1 break-in, that Pennsylvania grade oil is so tried and true. And as a matter of fact, the HVL, this is it. This is just the refinery. This is the base oil of our GP1, and if you'll look at it, you'll see that nice little green right there. That's it, y'all. This is straight from Pennsylvania, right out of the USA.
Impressive. So, you guys sell through retailers?
Yes.
Where is your product available?
Our product is available online at drivenoil.com. You can also get us at Summit and Jegs and all of your major retail stores, not major retail stores, excuse me, online.
Gotcha.
Online. We are not available because
you're not at a Walmart.
No, we are not at Walmart. We're never going to be in a Walmart. But the thing about our oils that everyone does have to remember is that we are a racing oil product. So we are not API. You're not going to find us at the AutoZone or the Naptas because those are API oils. We are not. We are racing. That's what we're for. And we also can take care of all of your hot rods as well. So any engine that
was where we started talking, because we were on Power Tour, and you guys have like kits basically, where a hot rodder could get like a
oil change kit.
Yes.
Yes, we also offer that, and we also offer winterization for hot rods.
Okay.
So if you're storing your rod for a little bit, we've got everything that you're going to need there as well to make sure that when you go get ready to start that engine up, you're going to have that. It's going to be a nice smooth ride or a nice smooth transition along the way.
All Any questions? I didn't think so.
Give us a call, 866-611-1820, and we'll get you taken care of.
This woman's got it. We'll keep walking. Wow, looky there. Anybody recognize this thing? This is Billy, the Street Racing Channel. This is his S10 that has gotten him from start to finish and many, many, many good finishes. We have been fortunate over the years to be connected to these guys to do a lot of their suspension setups for them and helping to tweak these things and keep their rides running straight. Huge congratulations to Billy. If you're not a member of Street Racing Channel already, excellent young man, very, very driven. His father, Bill, excellent man, very, very driven. The whole family is just a group of unique, motivated, focused people that are interested in racing. Old Man's Garage is Bill's channel, which is the dad. Street Racing Channel is Billy's channel, which is the son. Racing has been in their blood for their entire lives. Last year Bill was here. This year Billy's here in the Melling booth with the S10. Very, very cool. It means so much to see small town Ohio bootstrap kind of people come up from nothing, and it's awesome to see this. This is a beautiful truck. They've done a great job. Rob's been polishing everything. I think they just set this motor in here a couple of days ago. Excellent, excellent vehicle. If you're not used to those guys, go check them out. I got that on camera.
I love you, Billy.
I had to drive all the way out to Indiana to see this thing.
Really?
Look at that. He's got tubular control arms on it now.
Look at that LS engine.
Freaking Pro Mod. It is nice to see.
It's not an LS on there.
Yeah, not an LS. It is nice to see the tubular control arms versus the stamped steel ones that he just cut chunks out of with an angle grinder.
So we've got to lighten them up somehow.
Way back in the day. Got to lighten them up, make some clearance. Just get the grinder out. As CJ is wont to say, this is not an LS. This is old school. Though he does have LS powered stuff. He does. They can do both. Country and Western. Let's show off some Melling stuff, shall we? So what do you got? What's new in the world of Melling?
So Melling, a few years ago, brought a valve spring company over in the UK. We're manufacturing valve springs. One of the things we've done is we've put complete valve spring packages together. So with these we can do either beehive springs or dual springs. They come with valve seals, valve locks. We can do either titanium or chromoly retainers. All these springs are made out of the highest quality material available. I believe we're up to 8 or 9 different part numbers for the LS-based engines, as well as full coverage of all the other engines.
Very cool. So you guys are more than just oil pumps, eh?
We are more than oil pumps, yes. We have a cylinder sleeve division, we have a screw machine division, we make water pumps, we make oil pumps, timing, complete line of valve train, camshafts as well. Got a couple new billet steel small block camshafts that are new for this year. 3 new Godzilla performance camshafts that are new this year.
Wow, okay.
We've also put together some valve spring packages with camshafts and chromoly push rods. So we've got kind of a whole valve train package with a camshaft for the LS engines as well.
Fantastic.
Yep. So that's some of the new stuff we've got going on.
Cool. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And obviously, huge thank you to Melling for recognizing the guys and for bringing Billy and the Street Racing Channel S10 out. That's a huge thing for us, so thank you very much for that. Let's keep on walking.
here comes Rascal. He's dragging him, his feet are all dangling behind him. I was like, told you, dude, told you. I'm here. Drag Illustrated. It's the spot to be tonight.
There you go.
Yeah.
VIP?
Something, maybe.
Respect the VIP-ness?
Yeah, exactly. Way to make a penis joke. Couldn't have lived without that one.
Gotta slide him in there.
Yeah, got it. Good job.
Wow. Wow. There are builders and then there are builders. If you haven't seen this car, the underside of this, where all this piping is absolutely jewelry. The quality that went into this car, they just finished this build. Absolutely incredible. The film does not do this thing justice. It is gorgeous.
How are you?
My feet hurt.
Mine too.
Mine too. Yeah. All right. You got a better excuse than me.
Well, you know, last year actually we met you last year.
I had somebody specifically ask, "Can you run into Dylan while you're at the show?"
Hello. Hi.
Hi. There you go. I ran into him.
Cool.
You may continue. How things? So you ready?
I'm alive. I guess it's all that matters, right?
And you brought warm weather out of the south. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's short. It's short.
It's the least I can do.
I appreciate it.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
Have a good one.
I think I mentioned this in an earlier part of this video, but one of the best parts about PRI is the folks that are just wandering around, walking around, talking, or just walking around, connecting and shaking hands, kissing babies. They're just normal folks. Everybody's normal. Dylan's a little bit abby-normal because he's just a genuinely, amazingly friendly dude, like at all times. But, you know, all of these folks that you see on TV or on YouTube, they're just normal people. And you can say hi, you know, like don't interject yourself too aggressively into there. But, you know, if you see that they're available, walk up, say hi. Hey, I like what you're doing. Shake hands. Like this guy right here. He's famous, but you could just come up and say hi to him. Hello. Hi. Hello. How are you guys?
Good.
Making any good connections?
Yeah, we got one of our engines on display at the RTEC booth. So,
oh, do you?
2638. You'll have to check it out. So,
I will do that. I will do that.
Yep.
How's the fleet?
Good. Yeah, we're pretty much ready for winter. And we're building a couple of new cars. We're working on a new North Star project. So.
I saw that.
Yep.
The motor that everyone hates.
Yep.
And you decided that after 20 years, you're going to make something great with it.
Yep. It's the plan anyways. We'll see if that works out.
Best of luck to you.
Yep.
We worked on a lot of those a number of years ago because nobody was willing to work on it. And they have, depending on what generation they are, but there was a while there with like head stud or head bolt issues, and like literally even the Cadillac dealership was, if they go bad, cool, we'll put a new motor in. Like there's none of it. So we got involved with that for a little while, but that business kind of disappeared. So it is technologically a pretty dang good motor. I've seen your stuff. It's scary, but I've seen your stuff. All right, what's your channel?
Black 57. Check us out.
There you go. Check this gentleman out. They do all kinds of weird stuff. Very, very smart dude, but does a lot of cool stuff. Thanks for helping me illustrate a point.
Yeah, no problem.
Appreciate it. See ya. They're just normal people. Just normal folks. Walk up, say hi. I appreciate what you're doing. Shake hands. It is what it is. Let's keep walking. I was told to come over here on Instagram and talk to you guys.
Oh, yeah?
I was. Yeah. They stop by, say hi. So I'm stopping by and saying hi.
I wrote our socials. I've been looking forward to meeting you. Hi, how are you? McKenna.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. We thank you for your support, Jegs. You're always positive on social media, so we love this guy.
Yeah, see, there you go. It's nice because you're like 15 minutes up the road from our shop. So like whenever we run into a situation where, I have to get a part, it's the Jegs.
Easy.
And I live downtown, so like your 11th Avenue store is like 10 minutes from my house. So
yeah, that's awesome. We love your pictures, love the videos. Seriously, you're awesome.
You hear that? Jegs loves us. Running to the good folks at Jegs. I've said this, I think, on their video, or maybe it's on my video, I don't remember, but we could not do the things that we do. We would not be the business we are if it was not for our ability to connect with Jegs and for them to have what we need in stock. Let me pull off the main road here. Literally, having those guys in our back pocket, and this is not a sponsored ad. They gave me a hat though. But we would not be able to do what we do if it wasn't for our easy access to the folks at Jegs. The people who work there are fantastic. The people who work on the tech line are fantastic. The people who work in the retail store are fantastic. The people who work in the warehouse are fantastic. And it gives us the ability to do what we do. I literally, yesterday, before I came here, was at Jegs 11th Avenue. I had to run over there real quick to pick up one tiny little plastic part that we needed to be able to ship a vehicle yesterday. They had it in stock, walk in, get it wrung out, get back to the shop, bang, done, customer's on his way home. If I had to order that part, or if I had to wait any other way, I wouldn't have been able to ship that vehicle yesterday. The customer would have been very upset. That's why it's great to have a parts people like that in your back pocket that you can count on, and Jegs has always been fantastic for us. So, again, not a commercial, not a plug by anything. They didn't pay me to say this, but I really, truly appreciate those guys, and they are a huge portion of what makes us who we are and enables us to do the things that you guys see us do. Enough said. Let's keep walking. One of the videos I had made recently that got a lot of people's feathers in a bunch was racing is dying, racing is falling apart, tracks are closing, blah, 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 right? Well, That's not the case. There are people out there trying to breathe life into racing that are developing brand new racetracks. And you're building this in East Tennessee, which is my neck of the woods.
East Tennessee, yeah. About 35 minutes from Knoxville, Tennessee. Beautiful mountains, beautiful lakes.
Absolutely.
Great track, 800 acres, 6 miles of road course. It's incredible.
Absolutely. Fantastic. So what are you guys going to focus on with the new track?
So first phase, right now we're focusing on our motor club. It's our members track. It's a 3.5 mile road course. We can also do a 1 mile course interlude within the track. Now that's the first phase. That's where we focus on our members, our villas, our garages, our clubhouse as well. And then as soon as we get done with phase 1, we'll move into phase 2, which is the GP track. It's a commercial track. That's another 2.7 miles. Now you combine the GP track with the motor club, and that gives you 6 miles of road course to be able to do endurance racing.
Sure. Wow. So we're not talking like just a small little patch of tarmac you're hanging out in the mountains somewhere.
No, absolutely not. This is a FIA Grade 2 track, 6 miles FIA Grade 2 track. Hopefully we could get the GP track as a FIM, homologated track for motorcycles.
Sure.
So this is the real deal. Now we have a club, just like Thermal, and you got the M1, and you have Monticello. Yeah. So we're a club like them as well. What's a little bit step up is that we are going to have a FIA Grade 2 homologated track at Flat Rock. So that kind of allows us to invite racing sanctioning bodies like WEC, IMSA, some of the tracks that really require a Grade 2, sure. And I know WEC requires a Grade 2 track to be able to bring those races to Flat Rock.
That's fantastic. So you're not necessarily just developing a track. This is going to be an entire experience where you're going to have live on track, you're going to have lodges on track, you're going to have restaurant on track. This is not just middle of nowhere kind of thing.
That's right. Yeah. This is a motorsport destination.
Yeah, absolutely.
Something for red carpet. Our members show up. Their cars are ready. Their track is ready. We have all safety gear on track. We're making sure that we have the latest technology that's available out there. Racing electronics like racing flags, marshalling systems on cars. Sure. Making sure that camera systems are in place. That way we keep our members, our drivers, our racers, in a safe environment.
Now I noticed you've got a Radical sitting next to you.
Absolutely.
You guys are going to be a Radical dealer?
So it was just announced today. We we just partnered with Radical. We will be a dealer, and we'll be selling Radicals. We'll have Radicals on track for our members, and we'll have driving experiences with the car itself. That just happened today.
Well, there you go. Not necessarily breaking news, but sort of breaking news.
Breaking news, yeah, absolutely.
So, when is this starting? When does this happen?
So we broke ground almost 2 years ago.
Okay. So
right now we got the first phase, the first layer of asphalt on the club, 3.5 miles. We got runoffs already paved as well. We got curbing, we got drainage, and we just got tires for Nokian. So we got tires for safety walls. That's happening now. So we're hoping by July, August of next year that we can have a part of the track open for our members.
Wow. So this isn't like a pipe dream, it might happen. This is...
It's not a dream, it's happening. And we're also breaking ground this month with the club and the garages that member have purchased.
That's fantastic.
Absolutely.
Thank you for talking with me.
Absolutely.
There you go, folks. See, racing is not going away. It's still going to be a thing. It is changing.
It's changing.
It is changing.
But my son karts. He races.
Yeah.
And 35 years ago, we started with 2 boys, and it went from 2 boys to 5 boys. Nowadays, there's over 20 kid karts, and these are kids from like 5 to 8 years old. Mm-hmm. And it's because of the Netflix Formula One,
sure.
Drive to Survive, and everything else. Racing is not going anywhere. It's in the contrary. It's growing, and it's a thing. Everybody wants to be involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for talking with me.
Thank you.
Well, there you go, guys. See, it's not all doom and gloom. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's not all doom and gloom, folks. Racing is not going away. Yes, there are tracks that are closing. Yes, there are some challenges in the racing world. But there are also opportunities. There are also growing portions of this business where there are new people that are developing projects. There are new people putting things on pavement. There are new people building cars, bringing cars here. It is going to be continually a thing. It's not all doom and gloom. There's good things to talk about too. Let's keep walking. My battery's not dead yet. Alright, so battery is finally blinking at me. I think that's where we're going to call it quits for the day. I don't have much film or time left on my battery. So, let's get our way out of here. Just FYI, for those of you who have not been here, or those of you who are using my video to see what you could see, we have made it today, the entire day, from that wall to here. There's still to that wall left to go, like 3 more lanes. That's 1 room, not including the hallways. There are 3 rooms plus hallways. Big show. Give me a couple of minutes, let me get out of here, and we'll wrap this thing up, shall we? Unless I run into somebody that I need to talk to. All right, folks. Well, that's going to be it from day 1 here at the Performance Racing Industry Show, Indianapolis, Indiana. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. I will do my very best to pick up where I left off tomorrow. I've got a whole bunch more I've got to deal with. And we've only done a third of the show, a little less than. So let me get back to my place, get editing, get this up, and see you tomorrow. Thanks for being here. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Well, good morning, folks, and welcome to PRI Day 2 here in downtown Indianapolis, Indiana. It is once again a beautiful day, so I once again don't need to wear a jacket. Thank you, Indiana, for turning on the spring. I appreciate it. Hopefully you're ready for a whole lot more. As usual, I'm going to start my day with some classes. The Women in Motorsports is the first thing this morning, so that's where I am headed. And then we're going to hit the show floor. There's a whole bunch of things that I'm going to walk and talk you through. A whole bunch of vendors that we need to talk to. I will most certainly run into a bunch of people that we can discuss things with. Fellow YouTubers or people just talking about their products, that kind of thing. If you guys are interested, I appreciate all the viewership on the day 1 video. I'll do my best to make day 2 just as exciting.
I think it definitely helps, yeah. And even when I am out of the car, I'm training, so I'm not like...
So when we're talking racing at the Performance Racing Industry Show, we're not just talking street racing, we're not just talking drag racing, we're talking bike racing, we're talking every single kind of racing, including boats, EVs, everything you could possibly imagine, drifting, it's all here. The nice thing is that this show brings everybody together. Everybody who's got a passion for motorsports, whatever it is here. This is honestly the best trade show you can get to if you're in this industry. The free education is fantastic, but the vendor connection and the ability to get in front of the people that you talk to on the phone quite a lot when you're ordering parts or you're developing a product, this is that place to do it. So we are officially here. I need to get up to this because the Women in Motorsports panel is pretty much the biggest panel of the entire weekend. I've been in here for, I believe, 6 years in a row, and it never disappoints. I always have a great time in here, and it's really, really great to see people focusing on being inclusive in the auto sports industry, the motorsports industry. The nice thing with the Women in Motorsports panel is it highlights women across different spectrums. So it's going to have drivers, it's going to have builders, it's going to have people that are like in the CEO side of things, management side of things, in all kinds of different motorsports, to show how that career development can go, how their path can go, and they allow you to ask questions back and forth. They'll give their stories about how they got to where they are, but it gives you a way to interact with them. And for somebody who's trying to get a girl, female person into the automotive world or into the motorsport world, whether it's even being a wrench, being a driver, being a builder, who knows? Or just managing a YouTube channel that's about a motorsport. This is a fantastic way to get some direct education from people who have actually done it, not just looking it up online. So door's going to open here in a short minute, and I'm going to get myself a good seat, and then I will get in my class, and then I'll take you down there to the show floor. Well, once again, the best panel, best educational thing at the PRI show. I have been doing this every single year I come to PRI, and every year they do not disappoint. Packed house, as always. And this is the after everybody's trying to get a chance to get up there and talk to the ladies that just spent an hour of their time teaching us about their individual journeys. Whether it's being a driver or a team manager or on the PR side of things, the marketing side of things, there are women that always come to this that come from a huge range of experience, as well as different areas of motorsports. And I'm not kidding you, this is my favorite part of PRI, to come to and see women that are encouraging other women, that are showing each other the path, that are helping each other to develop. And you have junior dragsters. You have like Maddie Graves here. Maddie I talked to last year at PRI when she was out on the floor with her dragster. She drives a Duramax powered dragster and has done a fantastic job this year. You know, they reach out, and I'm going to try to catch one of them here before we wrap this up. They always are bringing new people into this industry. They're always bringing new people that are really current on what's going on to involve, you know, the whole crowd in what their experience is. So if you've never been here before, this is definitely something that's interesting to be into, especially if you have somebody in your life that's trying to get into, that's a female that's trying to get into motorsports, whether it's as a wrench, as a team manager, as a social media person, as a driver. Absolutely the best thing you can get them involved in is come to this panel. It's only an hour, but it's unbelievably invaluable. For those of you who watched last year's video from PRI, I ran into this young lady out on the show floor, and Maddie has had a little bit of success in the last year. Tell me, first of all, who are you, and what is it you do, and what have you accomplished in the last year?
So I'm Maddie Graves. I drive a diesel dragster, and within the last year, over this past race season, I clinched my first championship ever. I lost the diesel world record, but that's not a big deal. I can get that back. But I've done quite a bit. Got my first championship. I was honored to be able to be invited to be on this panel. So I've been having a lot of fun this year.
How was this?
A lot of fun. A lot of information. It's very fun to get information from different realms of motorsports, just because it's so broad. So it was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Well, I'm glad you got involved. Thanks for talking with me.
Thank you.
Thanks. So as the headmistress of Women in Motorsports, how did that go?
I think it went pretty good.
How does it feel to have the best panel, the best thing, the best well-attended thing of PRI every single year?
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I don't know. It just keeps on growing. I didn't really, I don't even know what to say. That's awesome. I'm just happy that you keep coming back, man.
Every year. Honestly, this is my favorite part of the entire show, is because this is the most impactful thing that you can really do with your time.
I appreciate that.
Getting more women involved in motorsports is more important than worrying about bearings.
Right.
Or worrying about...
Hey, if you don't have your bearings, you're at the wrong show.
But, it can have the most impact because you've got an entire room full of people that really believe in this.
Yeah.
And they're willing to ask questions, and they're hanging around for 10, 15, 20 minutes afterwards. Like, this is really the thing that makes the most impact.
Well, I always tell people, it's the Women in Motorsports panel, but a lot of the advice and information you're going to learn from there is relevant to whether you're a man, woman, or just any industry, really. I mean, you can apply all these philosophies and ideals to different things, and so if you don't come, you're missing out. You can't ever stop learning. It's free information. Just get up early,
But not as crazy early as it used to be.
It used to be 8 a.m. But yeah, you can still go and have a good time. Half the people in there are probably hungover from last night, but they still show up.
Right.
And that's part of the deal. You have to show up.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
That's it.
Thanks for giving me some time.
Hey, I appreciate you coming, man.
Thanks.
I'll see you next year.
See you again next year. There you go, folks. All right, so let's go back down to the actual show floor. As I said, my favorite part of PRI every year is the Women in Motorsports panel. It is truly, as far as I'm concerned, the absolutely best setup in this entire experience to be able to get somebody new, whether it's male or female, into motorsports. Because you have people from across the industry that are up there giving you real life stories and that you could connect with and you can stand in there and talk with and ask questions for. We are a half an hour after this panel is already over, and these people are still in here communicating. They're in here still talking. They're in here still answering questions, and they're encouraging new people to get into motorsports. And as motorsports is a bigger and bigger thing, where we are worried more and more about what the future of motorsports is going to be, it's these people that have this passion that are still in here a half an hour afterwards. This is how you keep motorsports growing. All right, let's go see the rest of the show. How's it going?
Compared to what?
Well, welcome to the show floor. It is a very, very busy Friday down here, and I am starting my day off here with the folks of PRW, and something that's near and dear to our hearts currently is the fact that they have an engine run stand that they now have, that they offer. Reason this is really near and dear to my heart is because we recently just had a Pontiac 400 eat a camshaft on its initial break-in. Yeah, it's a flat tap-in. It's a little bit of a sore subject, let's not talk too much about it. But the idea here is, instead of putting the engine back in the car, going through the whole process of getting everything set back up, starting it back up, going through that firing process, and then either running into a leak or having a, God forbid, another camshaft go bad, then you got to take the motor back out. Versus doing it this way, you can just mount it on an engine stand. You've got all of your gauges that you can watch everything with. You've got your switches so you can, start the thing. It comes with a radiator that has different outputs and inputs, so you can change this around however you'd like to. This is if you're Ford or Chevy. It comes with this, and then you just unscrew this and transfer that over. It also has the ability to adjust depth. So if you've got, depending on what the motor is, V6, V8, inline 6, whatever, you have all of this real estate here that you can work with, and you can just slide this mounting however you want to. It has a mounted fuel cell in it. It's got a battery tray in it. You can mount your starter on it. Bing, bang, boom, you're done. The nice thing is when you break a motor in this way, if you do have a problem, it's much easier to work on and fix right here, right now, versus trying to hump a fender on a 1979 Trans Am. This might be in our repertoire for maybe Christmas. Maybe Santa will bring us one of these things. Because truly, especially with the amount of engine work we do, with the amount of engine break-ins we need to do, time is money. And this is a considerably more efficient process when you're trying to break something in. If something goes badly, you can easily access things. You can pull that nose back off, put a camshaft in it, check bearings, whatever you need to do right here, right now. You've got the ability to universally mount up just about anything you want, and fantastic, fantastic machine. Of course, you could always, redneck engineer your own one, or you could just get in touch with these folks and get yourself ordered one. Let's keep walking.
Remember when the thing went through when the shit hit the fan, we did a bunch of snoop around, we found like 2,500 actual Delphis, Word got out and that lasted about 5 minutes.
I almost walked away. They have brand new Q-Jets. As somebody who runs Q-Jets on all of his old school stuff, brand new Quadrajet, huh? Not reman. Brand new tooling, brand new stuff. Tempting.
I've got as much lip as I can get legally. You look great, though. For 60, you look amazing.
What's up, brother?
What's up? How are you? No handshakes or hugs?
Oh, what up?
What's
Hey,
up?
Excuse the drip, even though I'm dressed casual.
Right. You can't show off the guns today?
No, you probably didn't even recognize me out here. I ain't got my Goodwill fit on. I'm out of place, fish out of water.
How are you enjoying PRI?
I love it, bro. Having a good time, talking with people, talking with them sponsors. Good time.
How far have you made it? From that wall to here?
I made it from that wall to here, and that's about it. They gave me a free bottle of water, and I'm just enjoying myself. I'm waiting on my partners right here.
Yeah, I see you got a little bit of a crew. We got Jacob over here. We got Kale over there.
Yeah, me too. And Kale's dad.
And Dad.
Great guy.
So, did you drive up?
No, flew.
Ah,
I flew one time to Disney World, but that was it. So I was sitting at lunch on Wednesday on my lunch break. I said, man, you see how much a plane ticket is? $750. I closed the phone. I gotta get out there.
Versus a 16, 18 hour drive?
13 hours, but that's almost 26 hours there and back. So I was like, I'm gonna use an eBay term, buy it now. So
there you go.
Here we are, PRI 2023, babe.
So what's your YouTube channel? What is it you do? Tell the folks at home.
Do a speed shop, not do he, not any other way to say it is do it. DOO-A, if you want to know the pronunciation. I'm from Louisiana, right between Baton Rouge and New Orleans. I just be working on cars and making people laugh. That's all you can ask for. Just like my buddy Austin. I don't know.
Very, very cool gentleman. If you couldn't tell, he's from Louisiana, from the voice. We connected on Power Tour last year.
I think you just walked past me right fast. And I was like, hey, what's up, man?
This event is a lot of that. Hey, wait a minute. I know. Yeah. I know that. Let's see if we can get some of these other folks over here. I got to spend more time in the QA1 booth again. Well, look who else I ran into. Kale of Cam Racing once again. You're way taller than I am. I'm going to change perspective here. So it's been a while. What's new with the Dodge project?
Everything. Cut the whole rear end off, doing all the sheet metal for it right now. Might start cutting up the new stuff for, wideness, and cool stuff. So yeah, we'll get there, hopefully.
So for those of you who don't know, this is a young man who is fabricating and essentially building. Like, we're not talking like restoring, like you're building.
That's what it's turned into, yeah.
A new car.
We're down to a roof structure and putting every panel on that, getting rid of all the rust, making it my own, doing much custom stuff.
For those of you who complain about the fact that there are no young folks that are in our hobby and that our hobby is dying because it's all us old farts, go check this guy out. Cam Racing on YouTube. I will link to it here. Go check him out. This is a gentleman that you should absolutely pay attention to. He's got big things ahead of him. And I'm not just saying that because you're standing here.
No,
short joke.
The car's got a long way to go, but once it's done, it should be something.
And it'll be all yours because you did the whole thing.
It will be all mine.
And you're doing this where?
In my 10x20 storage unit. But I have to run a 100-foot extension cord to get my work too.
Yeah.
It'll make for a good story one day.
What's your reason for not working on your car? He's doing it in a storage locker. All right, let's get back to walking. If anybody is in the diesel power world, you probably know these boys, Firepunk Diesel. They do big things. These are local to us, almost right down the street from us. So fellow Ohio folks, good job. Nasty, nasty truck. Alright guys, we're stopping by ATM. You know these guys from Street Racing Channel and Old Man's Garage and all that kind of stuff. They actually helped us out that you're probably not aware of with a carburetor end of the year that worked perfectly right out of the box.
Good deal.
Which we did a a project on an F-150 that's inline 6, and we ended up custom ordering a carburetor because that's kind of the game you guys play in a lot. Everything worked perfectly fine. The only thing we had to do was change a accelerator pump cam, and everything was beautiful. So, what's new in the world of ATM stuff? What do you want to show off today?
We got a couple things that we got going on. We got an all billet 4500 style Dominator, billet center section. We got billet fuel bowls on it. Something that we've came out with. We should be available sometime around Valentine's, end of February. And then I don't know if anybody recognizes this carburetor or what it's off of, but you guys have seen the SRC and the Sub-Zero giveaway that they're doing, but this is the carburetor off of it. So Bill dropped it off yesterday for us to show, and we've had a lot of people come by and see it. So make sure you go on SRC, buy some merch, get an entry into it. But I'm going to win it, so it doesn't matter. But go ahead and get all the entries you want. But that's it. So if you guys are interested in blow-through carbs, any carbs, you know, we'll be more than happy to help you guys out and get what you need.
Sounds good. There you go. ATM, all your carb needs. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, bud.
Appreciate it. See ya. I don't remember who asked me to swing by and check out Murder Nova's newest car. I apologize. But as far as I can see, there is no low wing still installed on this car. I'm pretty sure he's stuck with the big wing. He didn't keep the little wing. Anyway, so we have officially made it through the first hallway, which I'm way behind schedule because I've run into way too many people to talk to. And everybody is here today, so it's hard to go more than 100 feet without getting back into a conversation. So I'm going to do my best to film as much as I possibly can until they shut this thing down. No promises one way or the other where we're going, but that is the entirety of hall number 1, which is 0 through 2700. So 27 lanes of this. Let me make my way over the other direction and we'll get out to the other hall. Well, look who I ran into, Mr. Bob McVeigh.
Hey, hey, buddy.
Good. I love your jewelry, by the way.
Hey, you like this?
That's very nice.
Jimmy Dale was in love. He was so proud that I wore it.
It brings out your eyes.
Oh, well, I don't know about that, but I think the Browns are full of shit, right?
That's probably true. So this thing is back up and running once again.
Once again.
I hear that somebody maybe did something a little bad, maybe on a gender reveal, and you had to...
Well, we don't want to go there.
Okay, let's just say it's back in one piece again.
That's all that matters. That's what we do.
Fair enough, fair enough. So you would probably recognize Bob because he is the engine builder for all of this Street Racing Channel stuff. And I've also seen recently you've got some engine dyno upgrades.
Yes. We just upgraded to be able to run LS stuff on there. We're using Fuel Tech, and we're learning.
So it doesn't have to be all carbureted anymore.
No.
We're learning modern stuff.
We're learning modern stuff. Yep.
Well, heaven help.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
We'll see how it goes. I'm going to keep walking and talking, folks. Stay with me. Well, I was walking and talking, and then I ran into this show. Dylan Leva. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Haven't seen you since
September.
No Name Nationals.
Yeah, whatever that was, September something.
And that didn't go quite as planned?
Nope. We got there. We made a whole day's worth of racing, and then the engine decided to develop a knock, which was great. So
what ended up happening with that?
We've not actually torn it apart yet, but it was knocking so bad that I could feel it on the engine wall, basically the sidewall.
Oh.
With my finger. It was enough to, if I made another pass, there was going to be oil and parts and everything on the track. So it was unsafe.
You drive a what?
1975 Chevy Laguna S3. Something that no one's ever talked about, no one's ever seen. It was in NASCAR for a few years, and then nobody wants them, so they all got scrapped, pretty much. We picked it up, decided, great race car, great idea, obviously.
Super unique.
And very heavy, very heavy. So it's been tough trying to go fast with it, but we've made the best we can with what we got. And thankful that the YouTube world has allowed us to grow and become something.
There you go. That's a perfect plug. What's your YouTube channel?
Levi's Backyard Performance out of Indiana.
There you go, folks. If you're interested in supporting another small channel that's kind of trying to grow up and spend YouTube money to be able to go fast,
absolutely.
That's the idea. Go
check us out.
Go check him out. Let's keep walking. Finally made it to the front of the show, which is the 2800 aisle. So, here we go. Whew, I feel like I haven't been able to show you guys anything all day, but I've been busy. Okay, Bill Steen, I see what you're doing there. Smart move. Bill Steen has a bar in their booth. That's definitely how you keep a crowd around your stuff. Smart move, guys, smart move.
So I feel like that's what a lot of these muscle guys are doing.
Yeah, well, 6'4", 6'7" was a muscle conference, 6'7". For those of you who were on here for the 2022 video, I shot some stuff with these folks at Blueprint Engines that went insane. They had a little 4-cylinder that they had kind of worked on bringing out of the industrial world and bringing it into the performance car world. And it was going to run either an LS head or a Ford head. And it went nuts. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get one of these guys to talk to me and we can get an update on that whole engine process. So give me just a second. Now, we talked about this just a moment ago. That motor isn't here. However, they have essentially what's going to be replacing it and what's actually in production already, which is this thing. And this is still a 4-cylinder, but this is actually an in-production engine. This has an e-charge system? Yes, 48 volt.
48 volt.
48 volt generator, e-charge system.
So it's turbocharged, supercharged.
Yeah.
Look at this. How interesting is this? Now, we were talking off camera a bit before to explain this. Can you explain this to the viewers, what exactly we're seeing here?
And what we're looking at here is, this is a 50-state legal engine, but what is important is that we will also provide something that you can put in any car or any race car or any street car. And the good side, the really flip side of this is that we have, it's an all-aluminum engine, but it has cast-in main bearing, iron main bearing caps, and it has like forged crankshaft, piston jets, so it's made for high boost and it's made for durability.
And you were saying to me off camera that the bottom end of this is the same for gas as well as diesel application.
That's correct.
So you're going to have a gas-powered version. This is a 2-liter?
Yeah, it's a 2-liter.
So you'll have a gas-powered 2-liter as well as a gas-powered diesel.
Yeah, they both exist. That's fantastic. Now, this is technically speaking already on the market?
Yeah, it's on the market. It's produced, it's in high volume production already.
Okay.
Just over 100,000 sold in US. Yeah, and
how many?
100,000 sold in US of this one.
100,000.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
In Volvo vehicles.
In Volvos.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, if you don't want to go the direction of the e-charge system, is there another option for you?
Yeah, there is a 12-volt version as well, which will be more suitable for. I would think it would be more suitable for, let's say, private builders and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's an air-to-air intercooler. It has not the 48 volt, and it can go with without mechanical supercharger, but it would always be turbocharged.
Okay. So they're going to all come that way. They just may come with not a electric supercharger.
Yeah, basically. That's
okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you guys are in relationship now with Blueprint. So these are going to probably be available through Blueprint?
Yeah, we will try to figure out a way to. But we are already here in Blueprint booth, obviously.
Yeah.
But what we're trying now to figure out is which version that we find.
What kind of configurations?
Who wants what?
Yeah.
Kind of configuration. Different setups.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the configuration, and I think with configuration we also have to figure out which kind of part of the market, because many people are coming here. They are asking for drifting. They're asking for off-road. It's like street racing. Gensets. It's all kinds of applications. So we need to figure out a couple of configurations.
Sure.
And the price, of course.
So that was going to be the other question: is do we have an idea on roughly where we're going to be cost-wise? At this point, that's still up in the air.
It's still kind of up in the air because we have to look into what the customs and things are to have it sitting in the US and what kind of price we will have.
And these are built in
Sweden.
Okay.
Yeah. But the important part is that the important message, I think, is the price will be competitive.
Okay. Well, from the feedback we had last year, there's definitely a lot of desire to have something that's a new, modern, really strong four-cylinder that you can toy with, that you can play with and modify, instead of using a 30-year-old Honda or something along those lines. People are looking for something more modern. It's going to have modern fuel injection, modern electric. You know, it wants something that's way, and that's where a lot of people really were interested in. Okay, now this may be a great project.
Yeah, and I mean, this will be the replacement for Honda's K series, if you ask me, and it's in production, so it's available.
So it's okay.
And I mean, we have had both today and yesterday several rally builders, so that's looking for a durable engine.
Yeah.
Due to cost, of course.
For sure.
If you want to race and you want something with durability.
What's the package weight of this thing?
I mean, we are talking about, it's always complicated because it depends on what you include.
Sure.
I mean, if you have one heavy component, you take that off and then it's light again.
Sure.
So, but we're looking at, now I'm talking about kilos, sorry for that, but it's between 120 and 140 kilos approximately.
Okay. So roughly between 280 and 310 pounds.
Not a bad idea. And this is already in production, so this isn't like
it's running. Only thing that we're talking about is in production.
That's fantastic. Fantastic. So there you go, folks. The one that we saw last year does not exist. However, this does exist. This is real, and we will be able to buy it reasonably soon.
Yeah.
Reasonably soon. Not entirely sure when that'll be or how that'll be yet, but this is definitely something very cool to look at. I think there's a lot of people, especially when we were talking off camera, that do like really lightweight vehicles that are looking for a lightweight package that can produce a ton of power, but also take a ton of abuse.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is really the idea because it's coming with that already super strong, almost industrial level or diesel level.
Yeah.
It is that level.
But still able to rev.
But still able to rev, right. You're not 3,000 RPMs.
No.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you very much for talking with me.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. Very cool. Well, folks, that's going to be it for today. They have turned the lights down, which means get the heck out of here. I apologize if I have not gotten enough footage for you today. I was sidetracked by about 1.5 billion conversations. It is a very, very busy... There you go.
Just a reminder, the show opens tomorrow at 9 a.m. See you tomorrow.
There we go. I apologize if I didn't get a whole lot of things in. I was focused on people and conversations. I will say that this is the busiest PRI I have ever been at, and I've been doing this for years. Thursday is crazy, Friday was crazier, and tomorrow is going to be even crazier. But I will do my dangdest to get the entire rest of the show done tomorrow. I am in maybe 4 lanes, and I got about 20 more to go tomorrow. So I will do my very, very best to do that. I really appreciate you guys being here. I do daily coverage of PRI. It's just something that I like doing while I'm here, to be able to bring people along, folks that don't get a chance to come to this, so you guys can really see this, or as a refresher for those of you who are interested or seeing my own personal version of what the show is like for me. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. If you're interested in seeing more of this, there will be another video for tomorrow. Please do click on that subscribe button, drop a like in the likes, or drop a like, hit a comment. You know what I mean. I'm tired. And if you've got anything that you want me to see, or somebody you want me to talk to tomorrow, or vendor you specifically need to see something from, ask, let me know, put it in the comments. If you are a vendor and you want me to showcase something that you've got and you think my viewers, you folks, would be interested in seeing, put that in the comments. Let's see who's out there, who's watching, who's paying attention. Oh, by the way, thank you very much for making my first day 1 video the #1 video on PRI 2023 so far. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. I wouldn't be able to do this stuff without you guys. If you weren't watching it, I wouldn't be doing it. See you tomorrow. Have a great evening. Well, ho, ho, ho! Welcome to day 3 at PRI. We are back here in Indianapolis. And no, you don't need to adjust your TV set. I did dress up a little bit for today. Put on the formal wear, if it were. Today is the last day. It is Saturday. I have a whole lot of things to walk and talk about. We're going to do our very best to cover the entire rest of the show, which I promise you I'm not going to be able to do, because I still have almost an entire haul. Actually, I have an entire haul, and then almost another entire haul. I also have a couple of questions from people who have been watching the other videos that I will specifically try to address today, see if I can catch those vendors and get some questions answered. So thank you very much for all of the watch time on day 1 and day 2. Hopefully you're going to stick around and enjoy day 3 with me. Let's rock and roll. Now, for those of you who do not know what PRI is, this is the Performance Racing Industry Show. Essentially, anybody who is anybody in the racing world, whether that's drag racing, street racing, kart racing, drifting, off-road racing, boat racing, you name it, everybody's got something here. You've got a combination of vendors, you've got manufacturers, you've got race teams, you've got people that are looking for sponsorships. There is no better time or place to be able to find a way to shake hands and meet face-to-face with the folks that you talk to on the phone, or you may watch online. So I'm going to get a lot of walking done today. That's the idea. And I do have my Santa boots on, which I'm probably going to pay a price for later on. So let's rock and roll. As I said, I'm going to try to answer questions, or at least get questions answered from all of you folks. So I am at the HP Tuner booth. My question to you, information on capabilities of a new product they call Core ECU and VCM Live for Gen 3 LS engines. Okay. 1998 Z28 Camaro, supposed to release in early 2024. My question is, does this new software even support the first LS engines, i.e. 97 Corvette, 98 Camaros and Firebirds? GM changed some things in 1999. The website hints at real-time self-learning tuning like the Holley EFI products, but it's not clear what the new firmware and software does. I'm guessing it supports 1999 and newer. I have a 98 LS1 Z28 Camaro.
So 99 and up is basically what it's supported wise. Okay, so nothing like you're saying, we got retro back to the 98. As for the Corvette, obviously with the controller for the ETC and the fender well, I don't know how it's going to work too well with that stuff for the standalone without building something for that. Sure. That's something engineers could work on. But I can tell you our test vehicle being an 01 Trans Am, or Firebird. Gives you an indication of how that works. As for the self-learning, anything that you say self-learning, let's make sure we clear that up. You got to tell it what you want it to do first, and then it's going to learn to what you tell it to do. So the key is knowing what you want it to do, and then seeing the learning process from there. And that's always going to be your fuel. It has nothing to do with your spark or something like that. It's strictly the air fuel.
Gotcha.
Right? Core is basically what you take VCM editor and make it a live tuning function. So now it's VCM live. And you know, to give you an example, it's VCM like in the fact that you're looking at it. If you felt the taste and felt of VCM editor, when you go to VCM live using Core, it's like tuning the same thing except live.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's the best way to explain it to me. Even it makes it so nice for someone who's very familiar with VCM editor. When you go into VCM live, it's like, oh, you know where things are. Plus, a lot more added in there for the capabilities.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Well, thank you. Hopefully that answers your question. Appreciate
Keep in touch. In January, we're going to be do some more software releases and things like that, and more information as it comes out. And we're going to target, like I said, first quarter for that release, and looking forward to it.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
All right, Santa. Put them on that tree.
All right, let's see if we can find some more good boys and girls. Yeah. All right, John Weaver, this one's for you. I ran over to the Cortex booth and I found these guys. We got a couple of things I'm going to show off and hand you off to these guys.
Hey, I'm Philip from Cortex Racing. Wanted to show you guys, we've got our S197 SLA system here. It's a bolt-on system. We've got our own spindles, a lot of different brake options. Gives you all the adjustability you need for the ultimate track car.
Absolutely.
Also, we've got a bunch of new products here for the S550 and 650. Some of them we've had, but we have monoballs, new brake kits, Penske coilovers, and adjustable camber arm for the upper. And we have them for the GT500, which is similar to some of the S650 new cars coming out, and also the previous generation GT350s, GTs, EcoBoost cars on that side.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Are these available direct from you, or are they through a vendor?
We sell direct, and we have a number of dealers around the country if you need to get them installed on your car and you don't want to travel all the way up to the Cincinnati area where we're located.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. Well, there you go. Very nice product for sure. And another Ohio company, which is even better. Fantastic. I hope you guys enjoy that. As I said, I'm going to try to do everything I possibly can to include as much as I possibly can, answer as many questions as everybody asks that are out there. So I'm doing my best, folks. Let's get in the other aisle. I need to start walking the rest of the show that I missed yesterday. I've got a lot to do. By the way, I haven't even done a third of this show. Shh. Maybe I'll do better next year. Well, a number of people asked me to run into Alex Taylor, and there you go. Santa always delivers.
I have many questions.
Do you?
First of all,
Yes.
what's going on here?
Well, it was a late night for a lot of people last night.
I've heard.
Yeah. So I figured this morning probably quite a few people could use a little extra cheering up. So I went formal for the day.
Did you bring this prior to last night, or did you find this today?
No. I brought this.
I respect your dedication, but I was actually sitting there talking, and I was like, Santa's standing over there. I'm pretty sure Santa's right over there, and sure enough.
Yes, and it's me. It is I.
Wow. I like it. How was your show so far?
Fantastic. I've had a great time.
What did you do last night? Is that undisclaimable on the camera? He had a good time.
Yeah. There was blues involved. And we'll leave it at that.
You know what I did last night? I went ice skating.
Did you?
I did. So you should wear this fit to ice skating.
Where did you go ice skating around here?
It's a something field house. Something field house. Gainbridge Field House. There's an outdoor skating rink. I'm just saying.
Outdoor skating rink, even when it's like 50 degrees out.
Well, they only have it in the winter.
Interesting.
I'm just saying it's a good fit for what you're doing.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
So catch me up on what's all new in Alex Taylor's world from last year to today. What worlds are you conquering this year?
Good question. So I've got my shop.
Yep, saw that.
Making really rapid progress. My car is going to go back together.
Bad Marrow?
No, 55. It's apart right now.
Oh.
And
What else? Oh, Hot Rod Garage got a new season. So, yeah.
Fantastic.
All the cool
You know,
stuff.
just little stuff.
The big.
Just little things.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's fantastic. Well, I won't keep you, but thank you very much for giving me your time.
Bye.
Alex Taylor, folks, one of the best people you'll ever meet.
You're picking up gifts, Santa?
Huh?
You here picking up gifts for everybody?
Mostly I'm getting shopping lists from everybody.
I'd like a Whipple if you could drop one by.
Make sure you have a tree that's ready for you.
This is a new oil pump gear that we come out with for the 2JZ. And basically what we've done is created a tiered design. So the inside is about the same size as that top tier, which gives us good strength and integrity between the lobes. And then on the top, whenever you fit these together, they create an impossibly large gerotor for this pocket. So this gear is so big, you would have to have a pocket that's another half-inch larger to house it. This produces about 30% more flow versus the standard gear, and it's also got a ton more flow area. So we're able to take more RPM with no drop off and less cavitation, and that less cavitation applies throughout the rev range.
Nice, very nice. Is this a currently available product, or is this a...
This will be available in January.
Available in January, so there we go. So this can't be a Santa gift, but it can be slightly after Christmas.
After Christmas.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, guys.
All
Appreciate
right,
it.
you're welcome.
What in the world is this thing?
Well, this is a top alcohol funny car. We wanted to kind of do something crazy with the wrap and just get it out there in front of people. And
it's noticeable.
Yeah. You know, we just didn't want the old standard color, you know, one stripe here or there. So yeah, we kind of came up with this in conjunction with Kryptonite Customs. They did the beautiful wrap on this. So,
it's gorgeous.
well, thank you.
It's gorgeous. Powered by PC Disposal.
Yep. So easy recycle store, PC disposal, electronic recycling business.
Nice.
Anything from laptops to TVs to basically anything electronics, printers.
Instead of throwing it away, recycle.
We're not putting it in the landfill. So
Absolutely.
the biggest thing they do is they provide an insurance guarantee on any data. So if your laptop still has data on it, it's insured through them. So
Makes sense.
It's a great company.
What's this thing powered by?
So
I see a Hellcat sticker up here.
Well, that's a memory of a friend of mine. So it's actually got a Brad Anderson Hemi, all billet aluminum, based on a 426.
Okay.
Cubic inch. It's roughly around 521 cubic inch. And then what you see here is the injector. And right under here is that big old supercharger. So that's what shoves all that air into that motor where the power is made. This thing runs in the quarter mile, 5.42 seconds, 263 miles an hour.
263 miles an hour.
263 mile an hour.
That is faster than my sled.
It's pretty fast. It's pretty fast. It scoots down there pretty good.
No kidding. That's awesome. Thanks for talking to me about it.
No problem. Thanks, man. Nice to meet you.
See ya. Entered a win? What?
We're raffling it off.
Really?
Yeah, the money goes to the National Sprinkler Hall of Fame and Museum.
Interesting. Is this raffled off here?
We do that, and we also do a Corvette.
Well, who wants a Corvette? I want one of those.
Well, so do I.
I don't know that I would fit.
Here, why don't you stay in there, and I'll take a picture of you while you're standing.
Sure.
Right in front of us.
I don't know. You think I'll fit in that? Yeah, absolutely. I think I mentioned this in the beginning of this video. Maybe I didn't. This show is all about every kind of racing you can think of. If it's drag racing, NASCAR, drifting, motorcycle stuff, dirt track stuff, open wheel, you name it, it's all here. There's something for everybody. Now you do have to kind of pare yourself down in whatever it is you're going to focus on, because you can get kind of lost in this whole process, and you cannot do this whole thing in one day. It is a long, long time. But whatever your need is, whatever your niche is, this is a great place to come.
I said it. Come again in the picture.
Sure. Just so we're all clear, if you ever see me out at an event, you are more than welcome to come up and say hi, take a picture, whatever. It's totally fine. You don't look like this and do this in a public setting without expecting a little bit of it. Everybody's genuinely enjoying this. For those of you, ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. Everybody's genuinely enjoying this. So anybody who wants to poo 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 about me dressing up as Santa Claus to go to a trade show,
Santa, can we take a picture with you?
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
I like the hats.
Thank you.
Welcome to Hot Shots. What do you guys have in store for me today?
Well, we got a couple new products here at PRI. This week we introduced our Adrenaline RTL Top Racing Lubricant. It is a top lube for racing fuels. including methanol, alcohol, 85, diesel, gas, you name it.
Wow.
Good top lube, use it in anything, adds a ton of lubricity, and it's really concentrated. This bottle here will do between 55 and 150 gallons depending on the fuel that you're using.
Wow.
How much lubricity you want to add.
Okay.
On top of that was adrenaline engine assembly lubricant. So super tacky, good amount of lubrication in there as well.
Thing about parts per million zinc there.
2,000 parts per million zinc, and tons of corrosion resistance too. So if you got a project you're not putting together right away, sitting around, it's going to cling to it and keep the corrosion down.
Perfect.
And finally, we got an award for this. And the new product feature. This is our racing diesel additive. So you take 4 gallons of pump diesel, add this to it, and we have a fully formulated race diesel. Tons of lubricity, and the 82 comes from cetane. We've seen a 34.5 point cetane boost. So the fuel we tested actually hit an 82.5.
Wow.
Our 82 plus, ton of cetane.
Now, is all of this readily available now, or some of this not for sale yet?
It is all available now. So hotshotsecret.com, call us, and also at our dealer network as well. So since this is like brand new, you might want to call your dealer first, make sure they got it. Local to you. But if not, they'll be getting it soon, and they can order it in for you. So
good to know. This engine assembly lube, this is going to be near and dear to my heart. We just happen to have a flat tap of camshaft eat itself the other day. So
yes.
Some of the
unfortunate.
Yeah, it happens. Look at that. All right. Thank you much. Appreciate it, sir. How are you? What kind of rigs we got here?
Only the best?
Only the best.
Only the best.
Now that is an impressive setup. Santa might have to put that in his own personal list. Definitely would love to have one of those. Sim racing for a lot of people is not real racing. It's not really, it's just playing video games. I will promise you, as somebody who's done sim racing, it is not just playing a video game. There is a whole lot involved in this, and it is also extremely exhausting. Much more so than just sitting on the couch with a controller in your hands. These things are actually impressive because they've got the articulation and all the fun stuff. So you can actually feel the changes in height, you can feel the changes in pitch. If you run over a rough point of the track, you can feel that through you. Very cool products. Santa would love to have one of those. Santa doesn't necessarily have any room for one of those, but I would love to have one of those. There are also apparently monster trucks? Mud runners, I guess, probably? Man, that is a mean machine. Wild.
I wondered about that. I kind of want a picture of Santa taking a picture of the children.
Sure, absolutely.
Because that's just cute, right?
Ho ho ho.
Got any race cars in the sack for me?
You're gonna have to have a very big tree.
Okay, I can make that happen.
Make that happen?
You got the mixed route RX-7. Yeah. I follow on Instagram. Okay. This is who I worked for before racing. Okay.
That is sweet. Of course.
Because if I sit down, I'm going to pass out. I'm going to go grab like a mouse or something. Either one. Like what's the dinner time today? What's the awesome?
Talk to me about this truck. What am I looking at here?
It's based on a 5.9
Okay.
Cummins.
This is a pull-in truck.
Yeah.
What's the something to prove?
Okay, so I named it that because it's a male-dominated sport.
Absolutely.
And I wanted to show women that they could do it just as much as men.
Absolutely. Good for you. How long you been doing this?
3 years in total and 1 year with my truck, this truck.
That's awesome. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
Keep doing it. Yeah.
Can I get a picture with you?
Absolutely.
Can I take a picture with you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Of course. I am going to use this moment for a shameless plug of my side project. I have started a secondary YouTube channel that is entirely designed for charitable things and spreading good cheer, positivity, and all that kind of stuff. If you are interested, look it up. It's called Good Things for Good People. It's a very small channel. The whole idea is just to
Hey Santa, how's
How are
it
you?
going?
How are you?
You need measured up for a suit?
Here, hold this here for me. Hold this.
You're doing a pretty good job.
31. Hey, Santa.
Yes, sir.
Get a picture of your stand.
Small YouTube channel I just recently started purely for spreading positivity, using social media for good instead of what it's typically used for. It's probably not for everybody. You're probably not interested. But if you are interested, the whole idea is we're just going to use social media, we're going to use YouTube to spread positivity and to do charitable things. Encourage people to do good things for each other, random acts of kindness, that kind of stuff. It's a brand new project, so it's still in the infancy phase, but we're hoping to be able to do really big things with it at some point in time in the near future. If you're interested, go take a look at it. We'd love to have you on the team. Now, back to the show.
Can I get a picture with you?
Absolutely. How are you?
I'm good.
They don't make it like that.
You're done.
Ho, ho, ho! Look who I found. How are you kids doing?
Good.
Have you been behaving yourselves?
The naughtiest squad. To be honest, very. Can I get a new fucking knee for Christmas?
Yeah, I heard you didn't even make it on the court this time? It's okay. And Rob was good enough to give up his mobility scooter for you?
Yeah, we're trading off.
I understand.
Hogging it though. Hogging the hog.
How's the show treating you?
Pretty good, man. It's been
Burn out yet?
so far. Yeah, I'm ready to get home.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get home to the newborn.
Yeah. I haven't seen you since then. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Life-changing moment, I'm sure.
It's pretty awesome.
I bet. Well, you guys take care. Tommy's already ready to go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a rough day.
Long night.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I got in at like 4. I know the feeling.
Got you beat.
You were later than 4.
Oh yeah, me and Billy are playing 2K at 5 o'clock.
Which you should be doing.
Guitar Hero.
Have a great one, guys. We'll see you. Merry Christmas if I don't see you between now and then. All right, guys. Well, how are you, sir? Merry Christmas. There you go, folks. Caught him right at the end. Bill, Billy, Allison, Rob, Tommy, Street Racing Channel, Old Man's Garage. And we have officially completed the performance side of things, and now we're getting into the machining side of stuff. That's a great sign. I like it. I like it. I have one stop I've got to make, and then we're going to get into the machining stuff. Hang tight. I ran into a fine Swiss gentleman yesterday, last evening, and we shared some blues and some bourbon together. And he made sure that I came over here and I visited these gentlemen who build some crazy stuff for those of us who have like a welding table that takes up a gigantic amount of your room. This is a whole different ball game. Give me the idea, sir.
Yeah, LG Ericsson from Sweden, but the other guy was from Switzerland.
Yes.
Yeah, but so we make these parts in Sweden. Multi-jig, it's from high-strength steel that we use a punching machine, laser cutting, and press pens to make profiles. And we have a lot of holes and a lot of adjustments, so you can really adjust the jig after what you need for your project. Length, width, height, and you just build on more parts on top of that to fit your project and what you need to jig up. For example, we also can have a special jig also for a front suspension, front strut. I can show you we have a jig that is made for spindle. We just change the brackets for different spindle, so the spindle fits in there. So when you have attached this jig to a table or this jig, put the strut on, and then you put this jig on, attach the brackets and do the adjustments and tighten it. Then you can take this jig off again, put on a wheel, take out some air, and you are free to turn the wheel. So when you put on the body for the car you are going to build, then it will be really easy to adjust the width of the front wheel and where you want to have the wheels. You turn it, see the clearance for the body, and then you adjust the width here, and you adjust the length on the wheels here. And when you are happy, take off the body, and then you are free to put on this jig again. Take this jig off, and you can see here when the front strut is on the jig, you are free to build the chassis and make the A-arms to the chassis. So you have all the room you need. You have the same concept here if you use double A-arms. You use the same setup, only change these brackets so you can change the angle for different brands and models, adjust the height, use the jig for the spindle, just change the small plates, and do the same. You can turn the wheel and then put on that jig and take this off, and you're free to use your I-arms or build a chassis.
Very cool.
And yeah, you can see on the wall, you use the same parts for motorcycle jigs. You just add more profiles to make dragster or top fuel dragster.
So you just you can adjust this for basically whatever application you're needing.
For motorsports or for normal industry works.
Sure.
Everything you need to jig up.
How does one buy this? How do we get in touch with you?
We are from Sweden. We make the parts in Sweden. Then we have a company in Chicago that is having a stock with parts there. So you can go into multijig.com.
Okay.
Then you will find, if you are in US, you find the US dealer, or you are in Europe, you find us.
The Swedish.
So
very cool.
You will find more information there.
Absolutely. Cool. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, on the kick of staying with the Ohio folks, I found some more Ohio folks over here hiding in the corner. Capital Core. And tell me a little bit about what it is you guys do.
Yeah, so here at Capital Core, we specialize in selling and providing all the performance or everyday driver parts for automatic transmissions. We've really been focusing on specializing for our high-performance guys out in the diesel world. Man, we're growing on the 68s, 48s, working with awesome guys man, really trying to build our name now in that gas side of things, you know, trying to be a part of the great brand you guys are building over there at Lucore, trying to be a part of everything. And really just, I think the biggest thing right now is our notoriety. So it's awesome. We appreciate you giving us this platform to give us an opportunity to talk about it. But again, man, we carry everything from RevMax, Sonnax. We're really focusing and gearing up on doing our own brands. Partnering with wonderful guys like 501 Performance, a perfect, converter. Those guys are awesome to us. You know, again, expanding into bringing in their converters, as we've heard wonderful feedback. So that's the biggest thing about working with us. We listen to our customers. We want to know what you guys like, and if you guys want to work with somebody who can specialize and build things the way you want, we're the team for you. Contact me or Rick. We appreciate you guys.
How about them apples? And not only are we a sponsor? No, I don't want to say it that way.
We're friends.
Yeah. What's the... Just FYI, we actually use these guys ourselves.
Yes.
This is not just me randomly plugging a business. This is somebody that we actually do business with. And I think I saw you guys on Tuesday?
Yeah.
I think Monday or Tuesday, right before I left to come to PRI. We needed some automatic transmission parts, and they had absolutely everything we needed in stock. So I just run a quick little run over there. They're on the kind of the east side of Columbus, so just bounced across the city, got what I needed, got back to the shop, moved the project forward. So Capital Core, if you're in the need of automatic transmission parts, these are some great guys to get in touch with. Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you. You have a great day.
Let's keep logging. Yeah. This would drastically improve my production for sure. Instead of doing it by hand tools.
Yeah.
Look how much faster that is.
You could build Santa's new sleigh with these things. Santa's just one of the gifts. Boy, do we have a gift for him.
Yeah, right?
You change that.
I don't think that would fit in my sack.
Oh, you get a bigger sack.
Have a good one, guys.
Take care.
Hey, you got some Christmas spirit.
Hello, Santa.
How are you? Always. What do you got? Oh, absolutely.
You had to slow him down, didn't you?
You're speaking my language. Thank you. Aha! Finally found the people over here at Hunter. Now, if you are paying attention to our channel whatsoever, we are rather well known for the amount of suspension work we do. Everything we have in the shop is all Hunter equipment. Our tire mount and balance, our alignment rack, all that stuff. It's all Hunter. I'm going to talk to these guys for a little bit, see if we can get one of them on camera, talk about some of their new stuff. Then I got a couple things I'm going to pick their brains about off camera, as far as what it is we do and what we could do with them. Back with you in just a second. Well, let's do some tire stuff with the Hunter guys.
Absolutely.
Fire away.
Yeah, this is our Maverick. Came out, unveiled last year at SEMA. So on this, we're not going to break these. We're loosening them with the rollers. I don't know how familiar you are with our center clamp.
bringing up that bottom one too.
You can also set it up to where you can put the tires on the vehicle for the least amount of pull. So it depends on what you're trying to you said you did it for them? So I don't think they do actually like drawers, but
Easy as that.
Yep. Then to put it back on.
like that. Well, that was something else. We're making now. We do the pilots in-house. We build the circuit boards and stuff. Camera calibration.
Tire's got a little fray on it.
Yeah, she's
take a little easier on there.
Sure.
So on this one, I won't go through it all, but we've got built-in inflation stations, so you can set your time or set your pressure to put it on. Also built-in bead blast.
Oh, that's handy.
Not a full replacement for a Cheetah, but unless you've got a really flimsy one,
Yeah.
it's 75% plus of the applications, you'll be able to get it done.
That's fantastic.
So, yeah. Then you've got a built-in wheel lift, optional, but yeah.
Very nice. And the advantage of this is all like nylon stuff, right?
Yeah, you know, it's like polymer heads, replaceable, meant to, this will break before the machine or the rim. So
Sure.
on this, it's got a center clamp, has a steel, or you know, it's no threads, no nothing. So it's actually, and it'll stop at different points. Also, you have different cone sizes you can use on it.
Oh, nice.
Depending on what you've got. We also have a large bore kit, so if you're running in 19.5s, the dualies, the fronts of the trucks that a lot of guys are running now. But yeah, you can get into that. I mean, if you've got a road force balancer, the nice thing, if you are road forcing to match mount, you mark your tire, you mark your wheel, you can come in here on this machine, break it down, grip both of them, lube it up, and then you can spin the wheel. And then match them up really nice and easy. That's one of the big advantages when you have them both. But yeah.
And you're not going to worry about scuffing the wheel or damaging it with breaking the wheel up.
On here, if you look, you know, guys were asking me earlier, and that's just, you know, tire paste, whatever.
Yeah.
It comes straight off. There's no marring, no scratching, no nothing.
Yeah, that's
just little paste stuff.
Versus the old school stuff where you had like a shovel head where you broke it.
Absolutely. So you've also got, we have a flange plate, so it has fingers on it that expand, contract. You can put it in different configurations. That allows you to clamp to that flange and not to the face of the wheel. Or if you've got a reverse drop where you need to flip it over, that just gives you that better protection. You don't have to worry about cracking a chrome clad front, stuff like that. So,
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Cool. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated.
No problem. You're welcome.
As I said, essentially everything we use in our shop is hunter equipment. Part of what I wanted to talk with these guys about is we are very well trusted by a lot of our customers and a lot of people that are in the classic car, hot rod, drag race, snow prep scene for suspension setups, and we super appreciate that. We make videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday, every single week, and just about every single week, one of those videos is going to be an alignment video on our hunter alignment rack. Now, whether that's just setting up a street car or a lifted truck or a long travel suspension vehicle, whatever the case, we're going to do something with it. The question that we really were going to ask is, why is it that so many people are afraid to work on and do the kind of work that is required to do that kind of alignment setup? You know, and we're going to look at some other ways that we can help refer folks to qualified shops that we trust that are capable of doing the level of work that we're doing. Because not that we don't want to have your business, we absolutely do. But we also realize that there's a large portion of this country that's not really easily accessible to us in Central Ohio. So it would be nice to have a network of trusted shops that we could send people to, refer people to, for that kind of work. So that was part of what I was trying to talk with these hunter guys with, and we'll talk more about that in the future. That's not for today's video kind of thing. So let me keep walking and talking.
Yeah. He does well.
How's it going? Man, who did that?
Does it Santa Noel?
My goodness, you are a good boy.
It was a very good boy.
You are a very good boy. How long are you looking for a job in the health department? That's how long did that take you to make? That's beautiful. Wow. What do you guys do here?
Welding products.
Welding products.
Yep.
You got a spiel you want to give me? Something you want to talk about?
Well, we're known for our filler metals that make up most of our sales, but as you can see, we've kind of expanded over the years, and we like to show all the other things we have. Like we have tungsten sharpeners, tungsten element that's pretty cool. It gives you full 180-degree vision. It even has a built-in light.
Oh, nice.
Lots of cool things like that. There's some machines we had another machine, but it got stolen up like that.
How do we get in touch with you if we want to buy something?
My card. On the back is all of our QRs to various social medias and whatnot.
Very cool. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated.
No problem. Thank you.
I knew Santa was real. I just haven't seen him before.
Santa, you smell like beef and cheese.
More like whiskey and chocolate. Have a good one, guys.
Yeah, you too.
Merry Christmas. Hi. Have you been good?
Win me a present?
Well, not yet.
Extra good.
You've been extra good?
That's all we should win the lottery.
For Christmas?
You know, I want one thing. A very nice house on the beach, on the East Coast.
On the East Coast?
But in Florida.
East Coast, Florida.
Above Miami, below Palm Springs.
Okay.
Or Palm Beach.
I'll work on that.
Thank you.
No problem. You're welcome. I figure a lot of people kind of need to pick me up on a Saturday.
I appreciate that.
All right, folks. Well, that's going to do it. We did it. We finished. It's all complete. Good job, team. Finished Hall 1, finished Hall 2, finished the machining hall. The stuff on the outside I can't get a hold of. I'm running out of battery, so that's going to wrap it up for day 3 here in PRI 2023 in Indianapolis. I hope you guys have enjoyed the coverage. I enjoy doing this for you every single year, and it's just a kind of a personal way to be able to take you guys along on my own little journey through PRI, get a chance to talk to some vendors, share the experience with all of you guys. So hopefully you enjoyed it. I will do it again next year. If you are interested, we're just a small town shop in Central Ohio that does a lot of cool stuff. If you look on our page here, you're going to see all kinds of different things we work on. We do our best to be able to give you guys the honest way it happens in an automotive shop. We're not a TV show with a shop. We're a shop with a TV show. So thanks for being here, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for all the watch time, the clicks, the views, all that kind of stuff, the great comments. Hopefully I got everything you guys wanted to see in this, and see you next time. I don't know what that's going to be, but we'll see you next time. Well, if you made it this far, thank you very much. I truly do appreciate it. Thanks for the watch time. What'd you think? What'd you enjoy? What did you want to see more of? What do you want to see less of? Give me some feedback on what you'd like me to tailor for my 2024 coverage. I very much want to include things that you guys, the viewers, want me to include. Vendors, products, conversations, anything you could possibly ask for. Let me know what you think, and I will do my very best to accommodate you. I really enjoy this PRI thing, but it is extremely exhausting. This is kind of a 3-day thing where I basically don't sleep for like 72 hours because I cover the show all day. I'm in classes during the day as well. I get everything I possibly can on camera, then I go back and I edit it, plus we go out for dinners and drinks and some blues, and it's a long weekend, but I try to make those videos happen every single day so people can see them as they happen, and it seems to be pretty well appreciated. So I just wanted to kind of reach out to you guys as our viewers and ask you, what would you like to see more of? What would you like to see specifically? And this is your chance to let me know. I will build an itinerary, and I've got about a month at this point in time to reach out to businesses and say, hey, I'd like to come and have conversations with you, and kind of try to set things up so I have a little bit of a schedule as best I can. But if I could get some information from you guys first, that would make my life a little easier, and I don't have to scramble all over the place trying to figure out who's where and where I can talk, squeeze in conversations. So I will be there all 3 days. If you are going to be at PRI, let me know. I love running into people. I love having conversations. If you happen to be a content creator or a business that is interested in working with us, or just like having us highlight your business or what you're producing, feel free to speak up. I'm definitely interested. My email address, by the way, if you're interested in any of that, is LucoreRacing@gmail.com. Shoot me an email. Let me know what you're looking for as you're a business, and we'll set something up. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you guys in the comments. Thanks for being here. Thank you very much for supporting Lucore Automotive. 2024 has been another absolutely fantastic year for us. Crazy busy. Lots of stuff ahead of us. Obviously, this is my new race car, if you haven't seen it. It's my Ford Pinto race car I bought from Junkyard Diggs a little while back. Gonna go out doing some endurance racing with this. I got drag racing on the mind. We got some other kind of fun racing coming up, and it's gonna be a heck of a year going into 2025. So thank you guys all so much for supporting us. Thanks if you made it this far for watching this video. And I look forward to hearing from you guys about what you're interested for the 2024 PRI show. Talk to you later. Oh yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.